Oh, good morning. It is 7 o'clock-ish, about 10 past I think. And rain has been going all night. Really heavy for most of it, like really heavy, really noisy. And now it's just a light drizzle. Right then, as always it's taken me ages to get ready, mainly because I spent, it must have been a good half an hour trying to persuade myself to get out of my quilt. So the time is probably something like 7:45 now, probably 8 o'clock actually. And it is a persistent light drizzle or rain. Pretty much packed up, tent to go, and then we'll get moving. Okay, so back on the Wolds Way, a couple of minutes up from the campsite, and here we have our next acorn marker. So 59.5 miles, which means we did 19.5 last night. And now we're going down to Goodmanham, Dunburnham, and hopefully a coffee. Well, one advantage of setting off late is that I reckon I'll be there around opening time. Whereas I was imagining I probably wouldn't be. I was intending to set off walking at about 7. But 10 o'clock is probably about when we're going to get to Goodmanham. So, hoping for nice coffee. And then I'm really going to have to crack on because I've got the same distance to do as yesterday, and well, depends how long I stop for coffee, possibly a little less time to do it in. Well, this is St Helens Well, and this is on the old railway line, which is going down or into Goodmanham, and this is another place which would be suitable for filtering water if you were doing the Wolds Way and weren't going to stop at Goodmanham for water. Then here is another source. This is really the only other source I've found since Brantingham. Well, the fiddle drill was fantastic. I thoroughly recommend it. Lovely menu. A couple of coffees, and stayed there for, well, not much more than half an hour really, but it seemed like a really nice long break. Which was nice, but it's kind of come a bit early in the day because it is now more or less 11 o'clock. It's about 11:15 I think, 10 to 11. And I've got 15 miles left to go. My plan is to get to somewhere just short of Friday Thorpe. I've got a wild camp spot earmarked somewhere between Huggett and Friday Thorpe. So yeah, the skies are lifting. It's just damp now rather than raining. And I'm in good spirits. A couple of coffees, beans on toast. Yeah, small things really help, don't they? So, on we go. Right, so it's sort of 10 minutes or so outside Goodmanham, and got to the main road here. So, in terms of facilities, after South Cave there isn't anything until you get to Goodmanham. But if you don't stop at Goodmanham, then just down the road here is the Cup and Kitchen. So the fiddle drill is open from 10 till 4, but it's not open Mondays and Tuesdays. So if you come through early and it's not open, then Cup and Kitchen's open from 9. That'd be a good place for a coffee. I think it's sort of like a traditional fry-up kind of place. Also in Goodmanham is the Goodmanham Arms, open from 11:30. That looked fantastic. It has its own microbrewery, and that looks like a really good spot. And I'm now just going to check the map because I think this is the way, but I'm not sure, and I don't want to head off in the wrong direction. Doesn't look anything from here, but that was really difficult to get down. It was just so squelchy sliding down that field, and lovely pond here and our next acorn. 54 miles left to go, which means we've done 25. Still dealing with a lot of squelch, for which I have to say waterproof socks are absolutely the way forward. It's 11:45, just coming into Loughborough, and somebody didn't shop on Google, somewhere to get a drink. So we're right on the edge of the Wolds, and we have been for a lot of the walk, if not most of it. And on a clear day, i.e. not today, over there you can see York Minster and Ilkley Moor and Emley Moor are the highest bits of ground over in that direction. This is the bridge across the river. I'm hoping it's not as deep as it looks, but I've got a feeling this could be a bit of a wade. Ah dear. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that is really, really deep. Okay. So think. I'm going to see if there's another way around, and if there isn't, I'm just going to have to wade through. Well, if I checked the map properly, I would have seen that the path actually goes across this bridge, which the lovely man on the tractor told me. So no need to get my shoes and socks off. The walk from Loughborough to Dunburnham is 2 miles. The first mile was pretty much on roads and took me 20 minutes. The second mile it's taken me about 45 minutes. It was just so soggy, slipping everywhere. The soil was mostly clay, it was clinging onto my shoes, and yeah, all in all, I'll be glad to get back up onto the rolling chalk wolds, which I'm hoping I'll do fairly soon. There might not be any refreshments in Dunburnham, but there is some intellectual refreshment if you wanted to have a sit and a read. If the weather was bad, this is a good spot, I reckon. But I need to push on. And right now, one of the few points on the trail where I'm going to have to consult the map. It has been supremely well signposted so far. I'm not saying this bit isn't, but yeah, I've virtually not had to get the map out at all, so I shall do that now. So if you ever get to a bit on the Wolds Way that isn't signposted, then it's almost 100% sure that you're not actually on the Wolds Way anymore, which is what has happened to me. I just tootled off down the hill instead of following this extremely clear signpost, which takes us through yet more mud. The sun for the first time today. Okay, I'm leaving Huggett. It is a village where you can have a refreshment stop if you get there at the right sort of time. There is a tea room open 10 till 4. There's also a pub there, but I have raced through. It is 25 to 5 now. So this is the time that I was hoping to be getting to my camp spot and starting to scout for somewhere to pitch the tent. As it stands, I'm going to be at that spot at around 5:15, which is a little bit later than I hoped. But as long as the spot's okay, the light should still be okay. So all will be okay. Wandered down away from the Wolds Way and found this little row of trees, and just here is somewhere which is flat enough, so this is where I'm going to spend tonight. Spots always look flat until you pitch up. I was going to put this sideways on, but I've just realised how much of a slope this is, so I've got feet downhill, and well, the pole at the bottom will stop me sliding out the bottom if it's too bad. Fingers crossed it's a restful night. Alright, get the inner in, bed sorted, get some tea on.